Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to air fry steak. So I got some steaks here. They're mechanically tenderized thin steaks, but this can also work with thicker cuts of steak. Now there's a little bit of a technique involved depending on how big and the sizing of your steak and the air fryer that you have, but I'm going to try and be as general as possible with this. I prefer to use thinner cuts of steak personally, just due to the fact that it's going to cook a little bit better and you can be a little bit more aggressive with your cooking to give it a crispier crust. But this is the steaks that I have here, and I'm going to air fry them. Mechanically tenderized, AAA beef, almost lost them there. And yeah, we're going to teach you how to use an air fryer to cook them. I'm using the Ninja Foodi 13 inch by 13 inch, and you're just going to put them down onto the tray there. You can let these warm up to room temperature, but it's kind of, some people like it, some people say it's more of a meme. It doesn't really mean anything, but to let steak actually truly warm up, you have to let it sit for quite some time. But I let this age out on the counter for a little while, and now I'm going to put it into the air fryer for 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to cook it for roughly 8 minutes. Could be a little bit longer, we just have to see. So I like to have them spaced out fairly evenly there. We can get to seasoning it later, or if you're someone that likes to season before, entirely up to you. I'm just trying to get this done quick and easy, show you the best way to cook your steak depending on what size it is. So yeah, these are very thin blade steaks, and I'm gonna hit the air fryer, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I just set it to 20 minutes just to time it out a little bit, but it will take however long it takes depending on the thickness of the steak. This will probably be closer to 8 minutes, but it really does vary because there's a lot of variables at play. So yeah, we're gonna let that heat up and cook over the course of the next little while, and we'll hop back, talk a bit about how it looks, and give it a little taste test review. So after 12 minutes of cooking, I got a really crispy texture on them here. These are incredibly thin, but you can see the texture of the steak. I like when it's really crunchy on that exterior, and it doesn't seem to be too like cooked in the center, which is perfect. So yeah, this smells amazing in here. Now it's time to season it and get to eating it. So yeah, 12 minutes. These are really thin steaks. If you're going with a thicker one, it might be better for it to be cut up a little bit. If you're gonna have it in strips, sometimes I just cut things into strips and cook it that way so that it gets the internal temperature a little bit faster, and then you can cook it to whatever rarity you want. With thin steaks, it's kind of difficult in an air fryer, so I could have taken it out earlier, but it would not have had that crispy texture that we have now. And I'm just gonna show it off right again because, yeah, it looks kind of like a burger in a sense. But yeah, I'm just gonna cut that into strips. Go to town. So there we are, all cut up, and it has a pretty decent color to it, and like it's a little bit, tiny bit pink. No seasoning, and the flavor is really nice. Wow. Yeah, like the crust on that. And it was like, I'm not eating with sauce, it's just straight up beef with no seasoning, and it's good. If you cook it to the right timing, like for your own preference, you can make this really good. Some people like it cooked a little longer, some people like to cook less, but yeah, that's delicious, wow. So it is relatively easy just to air fry your steak if you want to have a quick, easy way to enjoy a steak. Put it in there for around 12 minutes, and it really depends on what size of steak you got. If you want it to cook a bit quicker, cut it into strips ahead of time, or whatever way you're going to eat it, as it's going to allow it to reach an internal temperature a little bit quicker. But really easy. And I want to put some seasoning on it and enjoy this meal. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.